Hello, welcome back student to the current lesson, the primary economic activity standard 9. We have been learning the primary economic activity. In the first part of the video, we have already came across with the primary occupations like hunting, its distribution and the region in the world. Then we have gone for the gathering as the second primary activities. Now we are going to look forward the third number activity, that is lumbering. So this is called the lumbering. So before we move ahead, we have here some questions based on the map. In the point lumbering, observe the figure 4.1, this is the 4.1 figure, and answer the following questions. Now, which countries in the monsoon region practice lumbering on a large scale? Now, what is the sign of lumbering? Given the small star here, and here just we need to look out the answer. So, which countries in the monsoon region? So, monsoon region comes in the temperate zone, and the equator regions. So, if we see here in the monsoon region, the countries like India, number 1. So, this is the Asian country. Okay, now we are in Asia country. Here lies the India. So first one India. Then near to the India we have a Myanmar. Now here is the Myanmar. Thailand nearby. Thailand, then Vietnam and Cambodia. So these country practices lumbering on a large scale. So this is the answer for this. Second one, in which part of Australia is lumbering carried on? So here lies the Australia continent. So which part of the Australia? Here we are going to look forward now. Lumbering is carried on in some eastern and southern coastal part of Australia. This is the eastern. Now you can see the star marks. So here the eastern and here lies the southern part. So this area, eastern and southern coastal part of Australia. Got it. Next one, why do you think lumbering is not carried out in the northern part of Africa? Now where is Africa continent? So here lies the Africa continent, right? And here we are specially dealing with the northern part. So this is like the northern part of Africa continent. Now reason is that the most of the northern part of Africa is occupied with Sahara desert region, northern part. So here lies the Sahara desert, the largest desert in the world, where the vegetation is very less. So lumbering is not at all carried out in this such region, right? For the lumbering we require the ample amount of trees. There only it is carried out. Here it is the sandy, being a sandy land, it is impossible to carry out. Second, now next one. Write a note on the relationship between the latitudes and the lumbering. Now what is the relationship between latitudes and lumbering? Now here we need to come at this point. Lumbering activity at this level. Now just look at here. Lumbering activity is majorly practiced between 50 degree north. So here we have a 0 as it is equator, and here comes a 30. Okay, this is the southern part, and this is the southern part and this is the northern part. So 30, and here lies this 60 degree. Okay, so my answer is here. The lumbering activity is majorly practiced between 50 degree north to 65 degree north latitudinal region. So here lies the 30, so we can take here 40 and 50 here we can take. So 50 to 65 between this. So between this region. Okay. So whatever comes between this region, it is practiced only in this area. Okay, this latitudinal extent. Got it? Make it clear, just try to understand, it is impossible to zoom. So here between 50 to 65 north latitudinal region. So that is a relationship, as it is a temperate zone, right? Next one, lumbering is not developed on a commercial level in equatorial region. Now the question is, lumbering is not developed on a commercial level in equatorial regions. Now here I draw one equatorial region line in a pink color. So this is called the equator, which divides this both part. And equator is, it lies very hot temperature, and where there is a hotness, it has heavy rainfall as well. In the equatorial region, the forests are very dense and evergreen. Why? Because it has a heavy rainfall in this area because of equator, hot temperature and the hot amount of rain. Where here many species, evergreen species are found. Here we have Africa, the Congo basin, and here the Amazon river basin, very much heaviest one and green one. So it is so much dense and evergreen, so where many species of vegetations are found together in an area. The trees have hardwood, which is less in demand than softwood. That means for the business of lumbering, we need a softwood, not the hardwood. And here the wood is so much hard, so which is less in demand. That is the first reason. And the region is also inaccessible as there is a trouble of reptiles, okay, and the martial ants. So it is impossible, and the insects as well. So it is impossible to have an access in such area. So therefore the lumbering is not developed on commercial level in this region. You can see there is no sign of lumbering. There are very few, hardly 1-2 stars are there, so it is not possible. Okay, so that is the reason. So understood. Now just moving ahead for the next activity, that is complete the table 4.2 in your notebook. See, one has been done for you as an example. It is a lumbering practice in different parts of the world. So it is the table of this information where it is practiced in the different parts of the world. Now here we have 4 columns. Number 1 is a type of forest. Now you can observe the type of forest, number 1. Then we have regions where it is practiced. Characteristics of the forest which are found in particular regions, what are those characteristics, and the characteristics of lumbering activity. So number 1 type of forest is given equatorial evergreen forest, as it lies on the equator. So it is equatorial evergreen forest. Now where it is practiced, we just saw in a map right now. Amazon river basin in South America, I just shown you. Even the Congo river basin also shown in Africa, west coast of Africa and Southeast Asia and Papua New Guinea. So these are the regions where it is practiced. Now characteristics, what are those characteristics? It has very dense forest, many species in a small area, hardwood trees are found, accessibility is difficult, and inhospitable climate. Now characteristics of lumbering activities which are carried out here. It is very dense forest, increase inaccessibility and transportation issue. That is the major issue. And first, it is so much dense, so there is no access for the human being, and even transportation also there is a problem. The traditional method of lumbering can be carried out. Insects, reptiles cause very huge problems. Hardwood is comparatively less in demand than softwood, and presence of many species in one region, so therefore it is unprofitable. Presence of many species in one region, so unprofitable. So in this way we need to complete the below table. Now we have first equatorial evergreen forest, then second we have the tropical deciduous forest, then temperate deciduous forest and temperate coniferous forest. So these 4 categories are divided. So it is highlighted, you can see it. So here are the 4 categories: tropical deciduous forest, monsoon one, temperate deciduous forest and temperate coniferous forest. Now I can give you the idea where it can be found, and it's impossible to write here, so you just listen and you can fill those table. Now here second we have the tropical deciduous forest, and that is monsoon forest came to be known as. So let us find its region. The South South America, eastern coast of Brazil. So this is the North America and South America. So South America, the eastern coast of Brazil, here lies the Brazil, and it has its eastern coast. Okay, eastern coast of Brazil part. Even Africa. Now in Africa continent, let us see the southeast coastal region in Africa. South and east. Okay, the southeast coastal region. So this part of Africa continent, southeast coastal region, and Southeast Asia. So this part. So here even Asia, and here this is called the Southeast Asia part. Most part of India. See the northern part of India. We can see the most part of India, Myanmar and Thailand. Myanmar lies near to it to the India. Myanmar, India, Cambodia, that is in Vietnam. Most part of India, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. So it is that much area. Now, characteristics of the forest. What are the characteristics? It has a rainy and dry season. And characteristics of lumbering activity, we can find these forests have low density. Sal, teak, rosewood, sandalwood, kair trees are found here, which are commercially valuable and important. Now here next we have the temperate deciduous forest. Now let us see its region of temperate deciduous forest. North America, eastern part of USA. So here lies in North America. See the indication first. What is the indicator? It's a temperate deciduous forest given in a green color. Not in a dark green, it is a faint green. Dark green we have a tropical forest. So keep mind difference. So here we have a tropical forest in a dark, and here we are going to look for the temperate deciduous forest, which is given in a faint green color. So North America, eastern part of USA. So here lies, it is the eastern part, North America, and eastern part of the USA. USA and Canada. Some parts of China in Asia continent. Here we have Asia continent. Now some part of China. Sorry, it lies on here near above the India side. And most of the Europe. So it is indicated in the green color. So most of the Europe part. So it has a temperate deciduous forest. Now what are the characteristics of it? It is adapted to both cold winter and warm summer weather. So trees shed their leaves in winter. Okay, trees shed their leaves in winter, and it is good for lumbering. Now next we have a temperate coniferous forest. Temperate coniferous forest. Now there is one thing about the temperate deciduous forest. In the coniferous forest, only one species of the trees is found in an area. So these trees grow tall. That's why in the world the lumbering activity is mostly practiced in the coniferous region. Temperate coniferous forest. Now northwestern America, the north side. Okay, the northwestern America, South Japan, here lies the South Japan, New Zealand, and northwestern Europe continent. Here we have Europe continent, it's in northwestern part. So north and western part. So at this part, the temperate coniferous forests are practiced. It is very warm summer and cool winter. In the coastal areas have mild winter and heavy rainfall. There are very few species of trees, and forest area is accessible. Used and characteristics of lumbering activities are, it is used extensively for lumbering. Trees like softwood, pine, fir, redwood are found. So these trees have great economic value. So in this way this table is complete. Now geographical explanation. Amongst all other activities going on in the forest, lumbering is one of the most important activities. According to the nature of vegetation, we divided earth into the various natural regions. The trees in the tropical forest have hardwood. Also these forests are evergreen, and hence commercial lumbering cannot be done in these forests. The tropical deciduous or monsoon forests are not dense. Many bushes grow at the base of these forests. Since these forests are near agricultural lands and densely populated regions, they have been deforested for agricultural purpose on a large scale. In the coniferous forest, only one species of the trees is found in an area. These trees grow tall. That's why in the world the lumbering activity is mostly practiced in the coniferous region. Today, wood is used on a very large scale for various purposes. Hence, the percentage of forest in the world is decreasing drastically. As a result, hazards related to the environments are occurring. Now, next point is the fishing. Now, again, observe the map in figure 4.1 and answer the questions given below. On the point of fishing, we have some questions to answer. Now let us see those questions. But before that, let me just highlight it. So the fishing, which is given in a red color, so this is the red color one. So given in a blue color, it is a blue color line. So it is very easy to identify the distribution of these fishing activities where it is carried out. Along which coast of North America is the Grand Bank located? Along the which coast? So that is a question. Now let us look for the which coast of North America. So North America, here lies the North America. Okay, this North America. So which coast? And here lies the South America continent. So the Grand Bank is located along the eastern coast of North America. So here is North America and this is it lies to the eastern coast. Grand Bank, you can see here, Grand Bank, eastern coast of bank, it is eastern coast of North America it is located. Second question, along which coast of South America is the fishing mostly practiced? So here comes the South America. So which coast? So it is the western coast. Okay, the western coast of the South America, the fishing activity is mostly practiced. Third question, in which part of the Australian continent has fishing activity developed? So let us turn to this Australia continent first. So the fishing activity has developed in the southeastern part. Where can we see here? The southeastern part of the Australian continent, south and east one. So this much only, very few, but it is limited, south and east part, southeast. Now question number 4, fishing is carried out on a large scale on the western coast of Africa than on the eastern coast. Why? So it is mostly practiced on the western coast but not on the eastern coast. So what is the reason? So that is, let us study what are the reasons behind that. Actually, along the southwest coast of Africa, southwest, so this is the southwest part, southwest coast of Africa, the warm ocean currents of Agulhas and the cold ocean current of Benguela meet. So here two currents are meeting. Okay, warm ocean currents of Agulhas and the cold ocean current of Benguela, they meet here. Also, along the northwest coast, so this is the north side and west, northwest, let us see, along the north and west coast, north equatorial warm ocean current. So here, as it is lies on the equator, so warm ocean currents and Canary cold ocean current meet. So both physical factors are favorable for the fishing activity. Therefore, it is mostly developed part. So we need to keep in mind that meeting of the currents, both cold currents and hot currents, it is also necessary for the fishing purposes, where the mostly fishes get attracted and where the most of the planks is available for the fish, so where it comes. So it is not happening to the eastern coast, but it's happening to the western coast, therefore it is mostly developed. Commercial fishing is practiced on the southern coast of Greenland. Give reasons. Southern coast of Greenland. So here we can find the Greenland. Why it is it why the fishing is practiced on the southern coast of, so this is the southern coast of the Greenland. Actually, along with the southwest coast of Greenland, along with the southwest, so to this side, southwest coast of Greenland, the warm ocean currents of Gulf Stream and the cold ocean current of Labrador meet, and this condition is favorable for fishing activity. So therefore it is practiced on the southern coast. I hope your doubts are cleared. Now, geographical explanation. There are many physical and human factors that impact the development of fishing as a primary activity in certain areas of the world. Though it started as a subsistence level activity, fishing is now one of the major primary economic activities, especially in coastal areas. Now, some of the factors are as follows. The wide expanse of continental shelf is with the presence of shallow water. For example, the Northwest Pacific. You can see the Northwest Pacific it has very continental shelf with the presence of shallow water. So it is Northwest Pacific, which is below 200 meters of depth near Okhotsk Sea near China. The confluence or the meeting of warm and cold currents and subsequent growth of abundant plankton. So plankton is a seafood for them. It is one type of vegetable. So as a result, development of fishing grounds or banks takes place. For example, the meeting of warm Kuroshio currents with cold Oyashi currents. So current favors coastal area near Japan for fishing. So other factors which are favorable for the development of fishings are, let us see the other factors as well. So let us clear with this term, this plankton. What is this plankton? It is small microscopic algae or animals that float in the water. They can't move on their own, they rely on the current to carry them, and that is a food for many organisms. Therefore the many fishing activities are carried out for these purposes, as it attracts many fishes. The other factors which are favorable for the development of fishings are the traditional skill of some people who are naturally good at fishing. For example, Japanese and Chinese. The fishing activity has further developed over here. The large population of country, lack of land, and absence of other protein food that makes island countries especially dependent on fish as a staple food. For example, Japan and Philippines. Even we have other countries, the Peru, Belize, Brazil, Chile, even USA as well. Even the absence of alternative occupation makes fishing a major occupation. Even use of technology has increased fishing activities. Broken coastline provides excellent portal facilities. Even cold climate in temperate regions facilitates the preservation of fish. In tropical countries, artificial refrigeration facilities have to be developed. Nearby forest provides food for shipbuilding. So these are the reasons. Okay. So we have learned in this video the detail about lumbering as well as the fishing activities. Okay, the other two activities, the remaining activities, that will be seen in the next video. Okay, if you really like it, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.